What I can say is, like, I know a lot of people ask, will there be radio frequencies and stuff like that? Once again, our priority is making sure that the game is very accessible. And when we just look at all these features, we think, okay, like if it's realistic, that's great. But what does it add to the experience? Will it detract from the experience? And radio frequencies is just something I don't think that people will see, at launch, if ever. But it's definitely just going to be familiar to a lot of people. There'll be some improvements to make it more immersive, whether it be how the sound actually sounds coming through the radio and whatnot, or animations that play when you're utilizing the radio itself. But yeah, it's not really a system that we're pretty satisfied that we think a lot of these games have gotten the radio system down properly, and it's pretty robust in other games. I don't think we need to overhaul it for the sake of overhauling it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that in terms of like, with my military side. I could tell you, only time I've ever used the radio was convoys. Being able to communicate vehicle to vehicle. Everything else was within proximity. You're yelling, combat and everything. Contact here. Look out there. And it's at the top of your lungs, and you're not quiet. As soon as that first crack of that first shell, comes close, there's no radios going on unless you're trying to call in some type of support. So it's a lot of, in a way, that VoIP, right? You're within a couple meters, feet, whatever, of your buddy. So then, kind of going into, you touched a little bit on it in the recent interview you did with Show, about the weather dynamics and rain, fog, really just environmental effects.